How do we start the music again? How many episodes has it been? Too many. Rest assured, sometimes we do have music. It takes us a while to get there, and then we do. We have to talk over it, but you know what? We're here now. What we're having. Welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartoris. Now stop collaborating and listen. Some people will look you dead in the eyes and they will say, Tristan does not comb his hair. And gosh dang it, they're right. But don't let them be mean about it. All right, I've tried, and I was bullied, tormented my entire upbringing. Okay, I can't do anything about this cotton candy mane that is my hair. All right, I tried to have buzz cuts and crew cuts and military style-esque hair trimmings just because anytime it grew out just a little bit, it turned into, angel hair follicles. There was no cleanliness. There was no design. There's nothing you can do to fix it. Okay, I've had professional hairdressers go, how and why? I go, I don't know. I've tried. It eats combs. It eats scissors. People ask me, Tristan, how do you get so strong? It's because I'm trying to brush my hair back. But it's okay. Okay, we've made our peace with it, kind of. You know what? Even if I could fix it, I would think I would have to just let it be what it is. Okay, sometimes things just are the way they are. And quite honestly, I feel like I'm Samson, except instead of cutting my hair, it's just never looking well-groomed. And instead of strength, it's non sequiturs and chaotic sentences. So you know what? You get in life. And guys, I'm happy to be here with you today. And you got me. Okay, so let's have ourselves a day. You ever just wake up and tell yourself, I'm going to have one. A what? A day. Go out there and have a day. Whatever that means for you. Speaking of days, dude, look at that segue. Valentine's Day! Look at that. The graphic team really knocked it out of the park here. I wish we would have taken into account these little wooden slits, cross-dressing, crossbars, whatever you call that are interfering with the words. I wish we would have, the hundreds of employees we have here working at Full Circus. Guys, it's a big, productive show, okay? It takes a village. So I wish we would have, our whole team, taken that into account. I don't know how it slipped by so many people, but again, you get what you get, okay? You get what you get in life. And that's what we got, a dramatically, embarrassingly awful graphic. But you know what? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Love it. Okay? I'm trying to do that more. I'm trying to love things more and appreciate things without being so critical. But I can't help it. I like to make fun of things, but not from a sincere point of view, but just for the sake of amusement. However, not everybody knows that. So when I keep rolling my window down and yelling at people at the crosswalk, they don't know I'm joking, but it makes me feel better. So who's really in the wrong? Probably still me. I'm going to get over it because I'm going to love myself. But guys, speaking of that sick graphic, happy Valentine's Day to all those who celebrate, and you should be celebrating, okay? I know everybody likes to go, I'm so alone, it's so big, and you feel like if you don't have that one special person, that the holiday just doesn't mean the same, and it hurts, and it breaks you down. But you know what? Whether you got a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or whoever, okay, go out there and share some love, okay? You don't got to be in love to spread love. You know what I mean? Okay? Like, don't forget about the rest of the people in your life. Now, obviously, go and get your girlfriend some flowers, but go get your grandma some flowers, okay? Go buy some groceries for your mom. Take your dad out for a burger. Bring that dog to the park again today, okay? Do something. Add some extra love into the world. You're going to hog that all for one person, you sicko, okay? Your heart's bigger than that. We only use 10% of our brains, but we use even less of our heart. Oh, my gosh. He's poetic. So stupid. But you know what I mean? Like, especially if you're alone, okay? As I've always said, that just means you are more available to the people that you do love, okay? So go out there, make an effort. Don't just go, woe is me. I'm not getting any chocolates today, so what's the point? Go share some love, all right? Now, Valentine's Day, I believe, translates originally from Dutch, like Valentijnsdag. Okay, where it was about the celebration and the fertility of spring as the world kind of loves itself back to life, reminding us to do the same with everybody around us. Now, sure, I'm making that up, but doesn't that sound nicer? So go out there and love somebody, gosh dang it. Sounds nice. Share some love. My grandma watches this. She's for sure going to want flowers now. But anyways, guys, yeah, so happy Valentine's Day. Just go and share some love. Speaking of love, dude, there's nobody that loves Philadelphia more than Philadelphia. All right, and also kind of hates it. I don't know. I would like to hear from somebody who lives there and is a sports fan in that town. What is the perspective? Okay, because the Super Bowl was this past weekend. Spoiler alert: the Eagles won. So good for America. Okay, now I don't want to hate the Chiefs. I don't want to be like, oh, they're good, I don't like them. But we can't see a team win 3 times in a row. Okay, it's just too much. So America needed the Eagles to win there, and they pulled it off in a pretty big fashion. But yeah, you hate to be in Philly whether they win, and you hate to be in Philly whether they lose. They party. Okay, Philly knows how to party in a wild way. Lamppost cars are flipping whether they get good news or bad news. Okay, I would hate to be a doctor. You're just like, hey, I got good news and bad news, and they go, you're not going to believe the streets, okay? The money that goes to the infrastructure has got to be insane. This is a conspiracy theory I'm making up that sports fans are in on it so they can get more city funding for the workers. It's just a blue-collar place at the end of the day. But realistically, I would like to know, like what's the perspective there? Because it's whether they win or lose. Anytime they get any sort of news, they just trash the place. And do you like it? Do you feel good about it? Is it a lot of fun? It looks like a crazy good time. Let's just flip some cars. Let's have ourselves a day, dude. They're notorious for that. Vancouver is also like that, apparently. So I don't know. I like it. I respect it because as a sports fan, I love it when you're just so passionate about it. Because if you live at such a high, then those lows also hit the same. Okay, so you gotta take any sort of news. Dude, I'm getting married. Let's go crazy. Guys, John's having a kid. Let's kill the people. Let's burn a bomb. So I don't know. Hopefully Philly's doing good, and hopefully they've recovered and the streets are painted with confetti and fun. And it looks like such a great time, man. Looks like such a good time. The Kendrick Lamar halftime show was great. I saw a lot of people were indifferent on it. I think some people were just like, I'm unfamiliar and I don't know who it is or what's happening. I think other people were just Drake fans, and I think it's awesome, dude. The fact that a diss track made it that far and won an award, and then do it in the halftime. I mean, that's a beautiful kind of 3-act play to have from the start to beginning. And I don't know all the inner workings of their beef. Okay, I'm not that ingrained in hip hop culture. I mean, look at me, I'm wearing a $7 watch. But I will say I can respect the craft. And everyone was stoked about it. That's not true because I just said half people weren't. But you know what? Half people were stoked, and that's enough. Okay. Yeah, Super Bowl's good. My family, we had so much deep fried food. I am 98% body fat now. 2% jalapeno poppers. So 100% gross, and it's good, man. I love football. It's hard to see it though. It's hard to see it go after months build up. Whoa, here it's like one big it's the greatest reality TV show. Okay, all sports, they're so phenomenal. I mean, dude, my hair, I was just talking about this, but now it's fallen in my eye in such a way that's inconvenient. But you know what's so beautiful about sports, okay? And I've mentioned this all the time because I love it, but the same with Olympics or anything to this degree where, like, every single play, this kid has worked from the age he was 4 years old with the dream. Like, this is his life. Everything he has worked for is this moment. You know how cool that is? If you're watching the Olympics and you're watching someone run with the pole vault, I mean, you know how long they've trained for this is their life. You're watching somebody really, truly care about something. So whether you care about football or baseball or basketball, regardless, like, you have to appreciate passion, man. I love passion, regardless of what it's about, okay? Again, it could be for stamp collecting, philately. It could be for tapes or freaking chords, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of weird passions because I just respect them all. I think it's awesome when anybody cares about something a lot, you know? We don't have that. There's a lot of nonchalance these days. Everybody's like, yeah, you know, I dabble. You know, it's just something I just kind of do. You know, just have something that you really do. Have something you go all in on, like Valentine's Day. Just go out there and love. Or yell at people if you gotta, okay? Sometimes you gotta get some of that off your chest, but try and save that for Black Friday. But I love passion. I love it. And you know what else I'm passionate about? Canceling YouTube TV, dude. I just found out that they're raising the price, and I'm not gonna stand for it. I will sit for it and cancel it, okay? I can't do it. I mean, I can. I just don't want to. Dude, it's not fair, all right, that they suckered me in, and they started out at like $45 a month, and you're like, this is sweet, and they just keep raising you, and you get accustomed to something. It's like an abusive relationship. They start out with all the best qualities. Here's all your channels. Here's the great prices. Here's the great packages. Here's the great, you know, life. This is the great thing we've got here going. And then they just keep raising it on you. You're like, more red flags. They can remove a little bit more channels. They put some more stuff behind paywalls. They keep raising the price. And you're like, I can. But at some point you have to ask yourself, should I? This is breakup advice now for Valentine's Day. I apologize for that. Love your people, unless they're abusive. Guys, don't come to me for advice. I'm like feeding from both sides of the fence. Everybody gets a snack. But anyways, yeah, I hope everything is going well in Philadelphia. That was how I wanted to close that. Guys, I cannot get a have a good day back from the lady at the return counter at Kohl's. I don't know what's going on, but I keep going there to return stuff because your boy misbuys, all right, some things. I'm like, this looks good, and I was wrong. I'm like, I got to return this. But no matter what I do, no matter how I say it with a certain cadence or a certain pitch or friendly or smile or frown or what I do, have a good day, have a good day, have a good day. I've seen her like 95 times, nothing. She will not say it back to me. We lock eyes. This is not a, did you hear me? Did you see it coming? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay? But this Valentine's Day, gosh dang it, I'm going to get it back, all right? I'm going to say, have a good day, and I'm not going to walk away until she says it back. Have a good day. Hey, sir, there's people in line. Yeah. Are there? All right. Do we have stuff to do today? All right. Well, I can't have a good day until you tell me to. Some people deserve to hear it back. Gosh dang it. I just want to be loved. I don't know what it is, but it's actually the first 75 or 6 times. It was slightly uncomfortable and awkward, but now it's embarrassing because everyone's behind me and I'm talking to all the other people in line. I'm like, hey, you guys have a wonderful day. And they say, you too, man. You're a great soul. You're such a positive light. And I go, I've been touched. I feel great. And I tell the lady, like, hey, your job looks hard. You're trying to deal with so many people. You know what? Have a good day. Nothing. Freaking get out of here, man. And they shoo me off. That was her flicking me off. That was not me going, you don't tell me have a good day. Oh! No, I would never do that, especially on Valentine's Day, guys. Full of love, full of love. This is for Black Friday. This is for Valentine's Day. Share some love. Speaking of returns, though, I saw they were covering everything that I just see in a week now. I saw that they're starting to roll out refundless returns. Is that what they call this? No, returnless refunds. Said it backwards. Where if something is under a certain price, like $30, that it's actually cheaper for Amazon or any sort of Target or Walmart or whatever to not even bother with all the shipping and the repacking and the reprocessing and all this crap. So they'll just let you keep the item and give you your money back. How sweet is that? It's going to go downhill very fast, okay? Especially if I'm returning 95,000 things a day. Excuse me. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to get so many things. I'm so amped about it, but this is a problem, okay? There's no way that this can be a viable option because I'm sharing it with you right now. Like, I'm a sucker for a deal, all right? So I'm telling you right now, if you want to, go out there, buy something for a few dollars, return it, get your money back, and then sell that thing for more money. Capitalism, baby. We're on the up and up. So I don't know how far that's going to go. I don't know what else. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say about that. I don't know. Something about returning, refunds, maybe both. There's nothing. You ever just draw a blank and you're just there, you know? You're just like, well, there was something here, but it's gone. And that happens a lot with me because my brain's already moving on to the next thing. I'm like, next, huh? And, and my brain's like, no, we had something important to say. That would happen during tests in school, too. I'm like, all right, we're so close. And I'm drifting off like, I wonder what's on the next page. Like, what are you talking about? This is long division, baby, okay? You can't be an 11-year-old and just moving on. So I'd finish like 3 problems and then just draw ninjas on the back of my test, and I never passed. But luckily I was homeschooled, so we graduated with all A's. But, yeah, so and outside of that, man, what else is going on? I saw Mandy Moore was slamming Amazon, actually, to stay on Amazon. She was apparently one of the Amazon drivers delivered an Amazon package to one of the burned down houses in California. And she was like, shame on you, shame on Amazon for you guys. You know how heartless that is? We order something, you're like, oh, we're going to deliver it to your house, which she just left her old address on. Okay, I did that yesterday. I just ordered something to my parents' house because I thought it was on. Shame on them. Shame on Walmart. That was my hat. And they go you don't get your hat, Tristan. We're going to give it to your dad. That's not fair. but they just went and delivered to the address. Now, again, very heartbreaking. This is all a very sad story, but there was something slightly comical about leaving a package on the stoop of nothing. So there's just a photo of just this Amazon package. And you can't shame the guy. He's making $13 an hour delivering packages in fire, okay? Honestly, praise that man. Don't shame him. What else is happening, dudes? I got pulled over. That was rough. It was hard, man. I saw it coming. Okay, I get pulled over a lot, and you think you can escape, and sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't. And I go past this policeman, and I see him begin to pull out over me. Now his lights aren't on yet, which means I have however many seconds to flee. Okay, now I'm not endorsing speeding, and I'm not saying I was, but we'll just say if I had a flux capacitor, I was back in time. So I hit the floor, dude, and I zoom. I was speeding as fast as freaking possible. I'm trying to get away from him. And I was just getting groceries, so I was only like a street over from my house. And for some reason in my head, I was thinking, if I could just make it home, he can't get me. If I'm in front of my house, he can't pull me over. But he can, and he did, and he will. So I flee as far as I can. I'm flying through stop signs, through red lights, everything I can do to get away. I'm breaking all the laws I can, which again is not smart because I could have been double busted. But I get all the way back home like, I did it. Whoop, whoop. No, you can't. He can. Okay. So it was pretty tough because, when you get pulled over and your wallet's hanging in the balance, they could take however much money he wants from you right here, Because I don't know what I did wrong. I don't. He could make whatever he wants up. I'm like, you know what? You're drunk. I'm like, I've never had a drink, but you're probably right. So I hear him every single step. My wallet gets a little bit lighter as he creeps up. And for whatever reason, I wanted to buy an older truck. So now I got a crank window, and he's walking up. He's knocking on the window. I go, he's like, you know what? It's fine. So it's just like halfway down, and he's like, you know why I pulled you over? And I don't know why they do this game with me, okay? It's like rhetorical. Do you know why you pulled me over? Like, did you actually have something, or are you just fishing for more things to bust me? Okay, it was because I went 17 over, blew a stop sign, I'm not wearing a seatbelt, and my left turn signal's been on for 13 miles. Was it any one of those? But he says, no, it was your license plate light, which was a bummer, and it was true. And I'm not endorsing lying, okay, but I do this thing where anytime I get busted for something, I go, nuh-uh, where I argue with the guy. He's like, your license plate light is out. I was like, no, it's not. And he's like, it is. I go, both of them? I wasn't even sure if there was two. And he's like, I think so. Yeah, let me go check. So now I got him questioning things, okay? So he has to go back and check his license plate light, and I'm just like, well, here we are. I'm just eating the Pringles that I bought from the store, and I'm just chilling, man. But yeah, again, I'm right outside of my house. I was hoping this wouldn't happen, and then he goes over his thing. He pulls out my license, and he's like, "So you still at this address?" And I go, "As a matter of fact, sir, we both are." And he's like, "Yeah, that's right where I live. Does that get me anything? Get me off the hook?" And he tells me it's still out, and I say, "I just fixed that 3 days ago." Another lie. Again, I don't endorse it, but I'm a sucker for a deal. I mentioned this, didn't I? Okay. I had to try whatever I could. And he went, "Oh, well, it's not out." I go, "Must be a fuse again." And so he says, "You know what? Okay, I'll let you off with a warning. You just get home safe." And I go, "Well, I did." So I couldn't really do anything else, man. He followed me all the way home, and I was busted. You know why I pulled you over? Nothing you could do. But again, I just got a warning. So it's nice to talk your way out of it. And maybe that was a Valentine's Day gift to me, okay? Is that he spread the love through my fibs. Were they lies necessarily just because I didn't tell the truth, okay? Or were they colored sentences? I don't know, okay? I try to keep coming up with different ways to say I'm lying, and hopefully it justifies it in my brain, and go, no, that wasn't a white lie. That was just a crystal clear misleading. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know what to feel about it, except thrilled that I got away with it. And that's what life's all about. Yeah. Success, dude. But again, I don't endorse it. And if legally I can get in trouble for saying I'm lying, I would like to put a disclaimer over this whole episode that everything I said, I was making it up. All a joke. All a lie. Even that thing I said about loving everybody in your family, don't care. Do what you want. There we go. You know, all the sweat and wiping it all off. So anyways, it was interesting to say the least. It's just scary, dude. The police are always scary. There's nothing, like, no matter how many times you get pulled over, and I do get pulled over a lot, it's always terrifying, okay? And look, I'm just a normal white guy. Handsome, sure, but a normal guy. And I'm not afraid of getting shot or anything. It's just fear. Even if I know I've done nothing wrong. Even if I'm like, dude, take $300. Like, he could take all the money he wants. He could fight me. He could put me in cuffs. I don't know what he's going to do, but honestly, I could make peace with all that. But for whatever reason, when those lights shine, I go, no. I don't even know why, but hey, you get what you get. Did you see that, dude? Isn't that how I started the show? I said something like that, and now I brought it all the way back around. That's beautiful, man. You love to see that. All right, guys. I unfortunately, I don't think I mentioned it, but if you see my watch, it is the middle of the night. I have to record this because I have to go and it doesn't matter. I'm going to watch some dogs. Okay, are you happy now? I got vulnerable and I got transparent with you, and I shared that I'm going to watch somebody's dogs. That I keep agreeing to do this, and I don't always want to do it, but I agree. Like, trying to fix my hair, it looked like it was getting too clean, and you can't say a bunch of things about your hair and then I get cleaned up, and then it doesn't make any more sense. But the problem is, anyways, I agree to watching people's dogs like months in advance, and then they always go, "Hey, you still good on Saturday?" And I go, "For what? Are we hanging out?" And they go, You're gonna watch our dogs, right?" And I go, "Who are you?" And then I gotta record a podcast in the middle of the night. But you know what? We had fun regardless, because happy Valentine's Day to everybody except you. You know who you are. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. Have yourself a merry little Christmas and something else. All right, I love you. Peace.